What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station, and one-stop decision for anything and everything animation, including certain sponge that lives in the pineapple under the sea. And welcome back to SpongeBob Month 3, Chapter 2, and we have two new episodes to talk about today. First up is Krab-Borg, and then we're going to talk about Rockabye Bivalve. So, in Krab-Borg, SpongeBob watches a scary robot movie, and then the next day starts having paranoia just like the guy in the movie. And then he starts getting suspicions that Mr. Krabs might be a robot, and after a really funny bunch of coincidences, he's able to convince Squidward that Mr. Krabs is a robot. And then it just escalates from there. This episode is so much fun. This has always been one of my absolute favorites from Season 3, and I have a blast every time I watch it. From the depiction of the scary robot movie itself, having that cheap CGI robot chasing a real-life person, like, that's just funny to me. And then there's also SpongeBob's paranoia spiraling out of control. And then Squidward is just a great side character here. This is one of the best episodes that features the two of them teaming up to solve a common problem. In this case, both of them thinking Mr. Krabs is a robot. And it's not an outright ripoff of Imitation Krabs, because it's actually its own thing. Plankton isn't involved at all. It's just an episode starring the main three characters: SpongeBob, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. Well, the Krusty Crew, I'll put it that way, because it doesn't have Patrick. But it is a hilarious episode. There are so many chuckle-worthy gags that it was even hard to pick a highlight here, because there's just so many great moments in this episode. From moments like, I just want to tell you that Squidward loves you. Or, this is one stubborn robot. What? You think I'm a robot? But let's be honest, guys. We all know exactly what the highlight here is. Why couldn't the 11-year-old get into the pirate movie? Why? It was rated R. Yeah, I apologize for my terrible Squidward impression, but yeah, the ARG joke is the highlight. It's just so funny. But this whole episode is just so funny, and it's so well written too, because it's just a bunch of random coincidences that are able to convince SpongeBob and Squidward that Mr. Krabs is supposedly a robot. And the way that they interrogate him and then smash all his belongings, and then in the end, SpongeBob realizes that he's the guy from the movie, because then they realize, just like in the movie, there's no robots after all. And then SpongeBob just jets out of there, and Squidward is left to be yelled at by Krabs. Just trying to explain this episode cracks me up. It is one of the funniest episodes of Season 3, and it is just a delight from beginning to end, and it has all that pre-movie charm to boot. It is a fantastic episode of SpongeBob. It is an easy 9 out of 10, and I adore this episode just so much. I adore it. It's such a great one. And if it weren't for some little minor pacing problems, I would put it at, I'd definitely give it a 10, but it's so close. It is a high 9 out of 10. Easy highlight of the entire season. Okay, let's move on to Rockabye Bivalve. Okay. So, in this episode, SpongeBob and Patrick end up finding a baby clam, and they raise it back to health, and some things ensue when SpongeBob and Patrick try to parent the young scallop, and Patrick especially kind of, well, does a really bad job at it. And then they have fights like most couples do, because this is played out as SpongeBob and Patrick being a mom and a dad for a little kid. So, and there are some really funny gags in this one, but Patrick is just a little insufferable here, and it's kind of what drags the episode down. I can see why some people really don't talk about it, because it is an episode that definitely falls more into the good but kind of forgettable kind of category. Like, there are great highlights here. Like, I love, of course, the coconuts and the fact that Patrick just goes under his rock and watches TV as work, or the some of the title card gags. But the highlight for me is this one brief little moment, like at the beginning of the first montage, where SpongeBob and Patrick are dressed up as a mom and a dad. They have the little scallop in a baby carriage, and this random couple passes by them, and then this thought bubble appears in their head, like square plus star equals clown. Like, it's super quick, but it is so funny, and the ending is also really good here too. So it's not a bad episode, but I just feel like they went a little too overboard with Patrick, being a neglectful douche. But outside of that, it's good, but I feel like there is much better from this season and from the show in overall terms. So I can't really call this an amazing episode, but I'll give it a 6. It's good enough. It's not amazing, and Patrick does almost completely ruin it with him being such an over-the-top jerk. But unlike with I'm With Stupid, it doesn't outright destroy the episode. So, yep, Rockabye Bivalve is a good episode, but Krab-Borg is the easy best out of these two. Well, that's it. That's it for this episode review. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, share, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that algorithmic garbage to help the channel grow. And stay tuned tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a pretty heavy-hitting double feature, because we have 2 episodes that are outright classics: Wet Painters and Krusty Krab training video. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about those 2. It's easily some of the best episodes in all of SpongeBob. So, yeah, I'm excited to talk about those. So, until next time, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys whenever I see you. So, till then, thanks for watching. Jackson Animation Station signing out. Peace.